Your soulmate wants to marry you so fast and heaven just revealed why. My beloved child. Before you decide this message is meant for someone else, listen carefully because what is unfolding around your life is far greater than you have imagined. There is a reason you felt pulled to this exact moment. There is a reason your heart has refused to give up even after every delay, every unanswered question, and every lonely night that convinced you nothing was changing. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. Your soulmate has reached a place where waiting no longer feels possible. While you believed time was separating the two of you, something unseen was quietly bringing every missing piece together. They have been carrying emotions that grew stronger each day instead of fading away. Every morning they wake with the same thought. Every evening they wonder how much longer they can stay silent. They have stopped imagining a future without you because every path they picture somehow leads back to your name. What shocked them most was not how deeply they love you. It was how suddenly they realized they cannot imagine building a life with anyone else. That realization came faster than they expected, and once it arrived, it refused to leave. You may think this sounds impossible, but impossible is exactly where the greatest surprises are born. Stay till the end because what is about to be revealed explains why everything suddenly feels different. There is something your soulmate has not shared with anyone. Even the people closest to them have noticed a change they cannot explain. Conversations that once excited them no longer hold their attention. Plans that once seemed important now feel empty because their heart keeps returning to one destination. They are no longer asking whether they love you. They are asking themselves how quickly they can close the distance between you. Don't skip. This is where the story changes forever. They recently experienced a moment so unexpected that it forced them to see everything with new eyes. It was not a loud event. It was quiet, almost invisible, but it shook something deep inside them. Suddenly they understood that life moves faster than fear, and opportunities disappear when people hesitate too long. That single realization awakened a powerful desire to stop delaying what their heart has already chosen. They no longer want endless waiting. They no longer want uncertainty controlling their future. They want peace, commitment, and the feeling of waking up beside the one person who has unknowingly become the center of their dreams. What surprises them the most is how natural this desire feels. It does not feel rushed to them. It feels overdue, as though every delay was only preparing them to recognize the truth at exactly the right moment. Something huge is waiting for you, and this is only the beginning of what has been unfolding behind the scenes. Now listen even more closely because this next revelation changes everything you believed about the delays between you. The waiting was never a punishment. The silence was never proof that you were forgotten. Every pause was quietly shaping both hearts until neither of you could ignore what was meant to happen. Your soulmate has begun noticing signs that appear too perfectly timed to dismiss. Familiar songs arrive at unexpected moments. Memories return without warning. Your name echoes through ordinary conversations even when nobody planned to mention you. These moments have become impossible for them to ignore, and each one strengthens the feeling that they are being guided toward a decision that will transform both of your lives. Stay till the end because the biggest revelation has not been uncovered yet. Very soon your soulmate will reach a point where holding back feels heavier than speaking from the heart. They are closer than ever to choosing courage over fear, action over hesitation, and forever over uncertainty. The speed of what happens next may shock everyone who doubted this connection, because once they finally move, they will not want to waste another precious moment. What is preparing to happen next will explain why their heart suddenly wants forever instead of someday, and that truth is far more extraordinary than you can possibly imagine. A quiet shift has already begun, and your soulmate can feel it even if they cannot explain it to anyone around them. Every attempt to distract themselves has only brought them back to the same conclusion. Every road they tried to follow somehow circled back to you. They have reached a moment where pretending everything is normal has become impossible. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. They keep asking themselves one question over and over again: if I already know who brings peace to my heart, why am I still waiting? That question refuses to leave their mind. It follows them through ordinary days, through silent evenings, and through every plan they try to make for the future. The answer always points in the same direction. It points toward building a life with you, not someday, but sooner than anyone expects. This desire did not appear overnight. It has been growing quietly, becoming stronger with every passing day until it finally became impossible to ignore. What makes this even more surprising is that your soulmate has started seeing the future differently than before. They are no longer dreaming about temporary happiness. They are imagining shared mornings, shared victories, and a lifetime filled with moments they once believed were out of reach. They have realized that real love is not about waiting for perfect circumstances. It is about recognizing the person who already feels like home. Stay till the end, because the next truth changes everything. There have been several moments recently when they almost reached out to you. They almost spoke the words they have been hiding. They almost told you how deeply they feel. But each time, they paused for just one more day, hoping they could make everything perfect before taking that step. Now they are beginning to understand something powerful. Perfection is not what matters anymore. What matters is losing no more time. They are becoming more certain that every extra day spent in silence is a day they can never get back, and that realization is pushing them closer to action than ever before. The most astonishing part has remained hidden until now. Your soulmate is no longer afraid of commitment itself. Their greatest fear has become waiting too long and discovering that the opportunity has slipped away. That fear has transformed into determination. Don't skip, because this is where everything begins accelerating. They have started preparing themselves for a conversation that could completely change both of your lives. They are imagining how that moment will unfold, what they will say first, and how they will finally reveal everything they have carried in silence for so long. The closer that moment comes, the stronger their confidence becomes. Deep inside, they already know that some connections are simply too rare to risk losing. Something huge is waiting for you. The next step they are preparing to take will surprise not only you, but everyone who believed this story would never move forward. And what they are about to discover just before making that decision will remove the final piece of hesitation they have been holding on to all this time. Everything is moving faster now than either of you realize. The change did not begin the day you noticed strange feelings or unexpected thoughts. It began long before that, in quiet moments neither of you understood at the time. Your soulmate has recently started looking back at every missed opportunity, every delayed conversation, and every moment when fear won instead of love. What once looked like random memories now fit together like pieces of a hidden picture. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. They have finally realized that every delay carried the same lesson. Life kept reminding them that some people enter your story for a season, but one person enters to become your forever. Every time they tried to imagine a different future, the picture felt incomplete. No matter how far their thoughts traveled, they always returned to the same destination, you. That realization has become so powerful that they can no longer silence it. Instead of asking whether they should move toward you, they have begun asking how quickly they can make it happen. A moment is approaching that will leave them completely speechless. It may seem ordinary from the outside, but inside their heart it will feel unforgettable. During that moment, they will understand something they have never admitted before. They have spent too much time protecting themselves from disappointment and not enough time protecting the future they truly want. Stay till the end because this revelation changes everything. They now understand that fear has stolen enough time already. Every excuse they once believed suddenly feels weak compared to the strength of what they feel for you. They are beginning to imagine introducing you to the people who matter most in their life. They are imagining celebrating milestones together instead of separately. More surprisingly, they have caught themselves thinking about marriage not as a distant dream but as something they genuinely want to begin preparing for. This thought arrived unexpectedly, yet it brought an unusual sense of peace instead of pressure. That peace is convincing them they are finally walking in the right direction. The greatest surprise has still not been revealed. Your soulmate is standing on the edge of a decision that will influence everything that comes next. They believe the right moment is getting closer with every passing day, and they no longer want silence to write the ending of your story. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. Very soon they will receive one final confirmation that strengthens every feeling they have been carrying. It will not be loud, and it will not come from where they expect, but it will remove the last trace of doubt that has kept them waiting. Once that happens, hesitation will disappear, replaced by a confidence they have never felt before. They will stop wondering whether you belong together and start focusing on how to make that future real. What happens after that will move much faster than anyone around you expects, because when two hearts finally recognize what they have almost lost, they no longer waste precious time. And the next revelation will explain why your soulmate suddenly feels that waiting another day is no longer an option. A new chapter is quietly opening, and your soulmate can feel its presence before they even understand why. The closer they move toward this moment, the less they care about what anyone else expects from them. Their heart has become louder than every opinion, every doubt, and every fear that once convinced them to wait. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. They have reached a point where they are no longer searching for signs that you matter. They already know you do. Now they are searching for the right moment to turn their feelings into action. Every sunrise feels like another opportunity they do not want to waste. Every sunset reminds them that time never stops for anyone. They keep imagining the day they finally stand before you with complete honesty, knowing that one decision could change both of your lives forever. That picture has become so real in their mind that it no longer feels like a dream. It feels like a promise waiting to be fulfilled. There is another truth that has remained hidden until now. Your soulmate has started letting go of the fears that kept them silent for so long. They have realized that protecting themselves from disappointment also kept them away from the happiness they have been longing for. Stay till the end because this revelation is unlike anything before it. They have begun making quiet changes in their life without telling anyone the real reason. Old priorities are fading. New plans are taking shape. They are creating space for a future that includes you because, deep inside, they believe your paths are meant to meet in a way that neither of you can stop. What surprises them most is how peaceful this decision feels. Instead of confusion, they feel clarity. Instead of hesitation, they feel confidence. Instead of wondering if they should move forward, they are wondering why they waited this long. The desire to build a lasting future has become stronger than the comfort of staying where they are, and that change is transforming everything. Now the final piece of today's message arrives. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. Very soon your soulmate will experience one unexpected moment that confirms everything they have been feeling. It may be a simple conversation, an unforgettable memory, or a quiet realization that suddenly makes every unanswered question disappear. In that instant, they will stop waiting for perfect timing because they will understand that the most valuable moments are the ones we choose before fear has another chance to interfere. Their heart is preparing for a decision that will surprise everyone who believed they would continue delaying forever. Once that decision is made, events will begin unfolding far more quickly than either of you imagined. The distance that once felt impossible will begin shrinking, the silence will begin breaking, and the future they have secretly imagined will no longer remain hidden inside their heart. But what finally gives them the courage to move without looking back is a revelation so unexpected that it will change the course of your story in ways neither of you can yet imagine. My beloved child, the moment your soulmate has been running from is now becoming the very moment they are running toward. They no longer feel comfortable pretending that these emotions will disappear with time. Instead, every passing day has only strengthened what already lives inside their heart. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. They have begun noticing that every important decision they make somehow leads back to one question: will this bring me closer to the person I truly want beside me? The answer has remained the same every single time. You are no longer just a beautiful memory or an unanswered possibility. You have become the future they quietly imagine before they fall asleep and the first thought that returns when they wake up. They are beginning to understand that some people are impossible to replace because they were never meant to be replaced. That realization has filled them with a powerful urgency. They no longer want to spend months wondering what could have been. They want to start building what could last forever. Another astonishing truth has now surfaced. Your soulmate has stopped focusing on everything that could go wrong and started thinking about everything that could finally go right. That single change has transformed the way they see your connection. Stay till the end because this changes the entire story. They are imagining introducing you as the person they chose with complete confidence. They are imagining celebrating milestones together instead of dreaming about them alone. Every vision of the future feels brighter when you are part of it, and every version without you suddenly feels incomplete. The desire to marry you quickly is no longer driven by excitement alone. It is driven by certainty. They feel that waiting longer serves no purpose because their heart has already made the decision their mind kept delaying. Even they are surprised by how peaceful this certainty feels. It does not create pressure. It creates calm. It gives them the confidence to believe that real love is not something to postpone forever. It is something to protect while it is standing right in front of you. Now listen carefully, because the greatest revelation so far is about to unfold. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. A turning point is approaching that neither of you will see coming until it is already happening. Your soulmate is preparing to leave behind the doubts that have controlled them for far too long. Once they cross that invisible line, there will be no returning to the old version of themselves. They will choose courage instead of hesitation, honesty instead of silence, and commitment instead of endless waiting. The speed of everything that follows may surprise even the people closest to them, because when a heart finally becomes certain, it wastes no more time. They are much closer than you realize to making a choice that will reshape both of your futures. And the next revelation will uncover the one hidden reason they suddenly feel that forever cannot wait any longer. My beloved child, you have now reached the point where the hidden pieces begin fitting together. What once looked like delays, unanswered questions, and impossible timing was quietly preparing a moment that could not happen until both hearts were ready. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. Your soulmate has finally crossed an invisible line within themselves. They are no longer asking whether they should choose you. That question has already been answered in the deepest part of their heart. The only question remaining is how soon they can turn that answer into reality. Every day they wait now feels heavier than the last. They have discovered that real love does not become weaker with time when it is genuine. It becomes impossible to ignore. The future they once imagined from a distance now feels close enough to reach. They can almost see the life they want to build with you, and that picture has become stronger than every fear that once held them back. The closer they move toward this decision, the calmer they become, because certainty has replaced confusion in a way they never expected. There is one final truth that explains why everything is accelerating. Your soulmate has realized that the greatest risk is no longer opening their heart, it is remaining silent and wondering forever what could have happened. Stay till the end, because this revelation changes the ending of your story. They have started preparing themselves emotionally for a conversation they know cannot be delayed much longer. They are replaying the words in their mind, imagining your reaction, and hoping that when the moment arrives, they will have the courage to speak without holding anything back. This is why the desire to marry you feels so immediate. It is not because they are rushing through life. It is because they finally understand the value of a connection that brings peace instead of uncertainty. They no longer want temporary happiness. They want a future built on trust, loyalty, and the feeling that they have finally found the person they were always searching for. Something huge is waiting for you, and every step they take now is quietly leading them toward that future. As this message comes to its close, remember one thing above everything else. The story between you and your soulmate is still unfolding, and the most meaningful chapter has not yet been written. Don't skip. The silence you once feared is preparing to give way to honesty. The distance that once seemed permanent is preparing to shrink. The uncertainty that once filled both of your hearts is preparing to be replaced by clarity. Your soulmate is closer than ever to making the decision they once believed was impossible. When that moment arrives, it may happen much faster than anyone expects, because a heart that finally recognizes it's forever no longer wants to waste another sunrise apart. Keep your heart open, because the next unexpected turn will not simply surprise you, it will reveal why every delay, every unanswered question, and every silent moment